Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Open Book Entrepreneur. I'm thrilled that we have Darrell Martin here with us. He is an offshore tax and legal consultant helping businesses save huge amount of money on tax. So, Darrell, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Hello, my name's Darl Martin. I head up a company known as DMJF. We're based in Northern Ireland. We help businesses operate both internationally and cross-border in the terms of services that we offer. It's anything from accounting and international tax advisory and compliance through to human resource management and business and commercial legal services.
Wonderful. So, what inspired you actually to start to get into this niche and to start this business?
Well, I suppose the inspiration that I had to start this business was the fact that I don't like seeing small businesses struggle when they try and operate in new markets internationally. So the only companies that really handle that sort of activity would be sort of big four accounting firms, and often they're not serviceable to smaller businesses. They will charge them absolutely through the roof in terms of fees. So what really inspired me was to try and put something together to help smaller businesses while leaving them with enough capital that they could operate in other markets and not be constrained by that.
Wonderful. So, when you run your own business and stuff, because this in this episode, people really want to learn how do you actually motivate yourself when things get tough?
Well, every day is a challenge. You have to be honest about that. Uh, Being an entrepreneur in any field is always a challenge. So, what I personally do to motivate myself is I set goals for myself. My biggest goal, of course, as with many people, is that I work for my family. I make sure that we have a roof over our head and food on the table. That's sort of the primary driver. But in terms of keeping going with the business as well, that we have a company mission where we want to really sort of help as many people as we can with the services that we offer. But it's not just clients that we're helping. Obviously, leveling the playing field for smaller businesses, helping entrepreneurs, essentially like myself, try and work the system and utilize it to their advantage, just like sort of large multinational corporations would do. But it's also a case that we have various policies in place for our team as well, that we can ultimately help them, depending on their sort of family situations and things like that. So it really is it's a primary driver that sort of keeps me going, is that I want to get something together and help people, as many people as I can.
Wonderful. So, what's been one of the biggest business successes in your journey so far?
Well, the current company that we have, I mean, I've been going since about 2008. But the current company that I founded, it has been going roughly about a year now. Um, so the biggest success that we've had in the past year was, I would say, with one client who expanded from only servicing the United Kingdom into servicing the entirety of Western Europe within a year. His tax bill was saved, just with the corporation tax, was about £111,000.
Wow.
So, I would say that's probably, in terms of tax savings, that would be our biggest achievement this year. Um, but yeah, in terms of actually getting somebody to grow, four countries would be the sort of the largest growth that we've helped one customer with, in terms of actually getting them fully set up and trading within a 3-month period.
Nice, excellent. So what's one of the biggest sort of challenges or obstacles that you're facing now in your business?
So one of the biggest challenges we're having now is, and to be unfortunately brutally honest with this, is that at the moment, obviously there's a lot of sort of political upheaval, especially between sort of the US, Europe, Asia. We're finding that a lot of people, unfortunately, are essentially being gripped by fear, and they're not expanding their businesses in the same way as maybe they would have once done. So I think client acquisition is probably, one of the biggest challenges that we're facing at the moment, because obviously what we do is very, very specialized in that if somebody comes to us and says they want to, for example, work in the United States, but they're based in, Western Europe, we're specialized enough that we can have the knowledge and the systems in place to get that person set up and trading. But we're finding, obviously, with the political upheaval, a lot of people are they're not quite as confident in doing that at the moment. So I would say sort of client acquisition is for the actual activity that we carry out is very challenging at the moment.
Okay, and what's your sort of goal for your business for the next 3 to 5 years?
For the next 3 to 5 years, we have a goal where we would like to increase our workforce. See, we've got an experiment going on in the company at the moment. It's called Project Happy. It's essentially trying to put policies in place that we can obviously demonstrate to other businesses, to keep the workforce as happy as possible, and to show there is a certain level of profitability associated with being, more flexible for your employees, work from home, that kind of thing. So at the moment, we're hoping to expand that really, over the next 3 to 5 years as our workforce increases. We're hoping this will contribute to the company mission, like I said before, helping as many people as possible.
Absolutely. And if you could achieve one major goal in the next 6 months, what would that be?
I would say in the next 6 months, as a major goal, personally, I would like to sort of be able to maybe work a little bit less. I'm doing the 80-hour weeks, if not more, for many entrepreneurs. Long hours are definitely a requisite of being an entrepreneur. So I suppose in the next 6 months, personally, spend a bit more time with the family. But in terms of the company goals, it definitely be a lot more well established in the United States, because it's such a big market, and there are a lot of opportunities, especially for anyone who wishes to do business, between, say, the US and Europe, or maybe Europe and Asia. So that's definitely the next 6 months is, try and open up a few more offices, I suppose.
Excellent. Yeah, thank you very much for sharing that. And also, if anyone from our audience wants to actually get in touch with you, or connect with you, or how they can do that.
Well, they can do that various ways. I am on LinkedIn. It's Darrell James Martin. If you feel that you could avail of, the services that I've mentioned, you can always get in contact at info@dmjfhumancapital.com. That's info@dmjfhumancapital.com. If you drop me an email, I will get back to you, and we can have a discussion about what services you need and what we can offer you, and hopefully get something sorted.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that and being a guest on the show today. Thank you all for watching, and see you in the next episode.
Thank you.